So, everybody, this is Babble. This is my podcast that I'm starting where I just feature a bunch of alcohol and I talk with a bunch of my friends about both gaming and alcohol. So, today, my friend David here is a Masters player in Apex Legends. As of recently, Apex Legends has had some interesting things going on, and we'll get a Masters player's opinion on some of the standings of EA, Respawn, and their game. But you first will do alcohol.
Do it.
You say that you like Kraken. That's Kraken over there, right?
Rum in general, but Kraken, yes.
Spiced rum.
Spiced rum,
You
yeah.
said that's your go-to.
Go-to.
So I've already done this once with Cody, another person who I feature a whole lot on the channel. This is Jonah's Curse. Looks quite similar, huh?
It does.
It's dark spiced rum.
Color too, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll put it up for the camera for everybody to see. You can see the labels look pretty much the same. Kraken has the whole like pirate's map kind of look to it. And same thing with Jonah's Curse. Instead of the kind of Kraken look like their name, Jonah's Curse is similar to like a whale, but still has that type of pirate's map look. So we'll do alcohol first, and then we'll do Apex after.
That's fine. Cody get drunk yesterday?
No, actually, we're pretty good. What it is that sake is technically wine.
Right.
So
rice wine, yeah.
Lower alcohol by volume, so we didn't get any intoxication that was like falling all over the floor kind of.
But you don't want that to happen.
No. And by all means, if it does happen today, you're more than welcome to hang out after the stream until you're good to go home. So I think first we should start with Kraken.
You've had Kraken before, right?
I've had Kraken before. I do not like Kraken at all. But let's get a little bit of a taste of what it's supposed to taste like, and then we compare it to Jonah's Curse.
All right.
And then we'll do the tasting of Jonah's Curse, and I want your opinion on it.
Let's start off then.
Kraken.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Cheers. Comes right out of the nose.
Yeah, no, I don't like it. It's very hot. And this is my personal opinion, especially for spiced rum. I'm somebody who likes spiced rum. Is that spiced rum should be able to distinguish these spices and not make it a hot alcohol.
Right. Well, the spice makes it seem
well,
very hot.
The spice will almost combine with the heat from the alcohol and just punch you in the face, right? And so what I think is the hardest thing about making a spiced rum is that you need to dial back that heat and accentuate the spices. So that was Kraken. You know what? Let's do a little trick that I learned. This is what my dad does when we do tastings at home.
What do you do?
So get a little bit of water,
Mm-hmm.
just to clean out your glass. Take a sip of that, and then it not only does it clean out your glass, but it also kind of helps you stay hydrated. You know what I mean? Oh, that's actually really nice.
It is, huh?
With the water, it tastes like very watered down Coke.
Well, that's what I was gonna mention. I don't really like drinking spiced rum on the rocks or like as a shot. More like mixing it with Coke.
Ah.
You know, rum and Coke is.
Okay.
is
We can try that after because there's actually some really cool stuff with that that Cody taught me with spiced rum specifically. But let's get to Jonah's Curse first. Brand new bottle. By the way, if you end up deciding that you really do like this is 100% yours to take home today.
Oh. Well, if my wife is watching and if she wants it, she can write some.
Yeah. So, this is Jonah's Curse. It is it's actually a unique alcohol sold only at Total Wine.
Total Wine.
So Total Wine is known for that. They have not really house brands, but they like to try and get the underdogs, the smaller names, kind of more publicity, get them up there.
Right.
So Jonah's Curse likes to compete with Kraken, but because Kraken is Kraken, you most commonly will just immediately pass over it. So this is Jonah's Curse.
Cheers on that.
What do you think?
Much lighter than the Kraken.
Yes, that's what I absolutely love.
Much lighter.
I told this to Cody as one of my favorite phrases. The less burn means more time to enjoy the flavor.
Not true. Yeah.
So because it has barely any noticeable heat, you can define the flavors more, and the finish doesn't seem like it's a hot alcohol.
It doesn't. No.
It seems like a spiced rum.
Yeah.
So.
No, most definitely, because with the Kraken, you could feel the heat coming out of your nose.
Oh yeah,
too.
it's in your
But
nose, it's in your face.
That one was more smooth
Yes.
transition down.
I also personally think that I can define the flavors of Kraken, or not Kraken. I can define the flavors of Jonas Curse compared to Kraken. Kraken is sweet like a rum, whereas Jonas Curse I can taste chocolate and caramel and coffee. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that was
good.
Jonas Curse.
You know, funny thing, I've never heard of Jonas Curse.
Yeah, that's the whole point. Like I said, it's a Total Wine brand. It's totally under the radar, so to say. So, would you like another bit of Jonas Curse, just for some comparison?
Go for it.
Yeah. So if you ever need a little bit of a refresher on what it tastes like, take
You
a
said
sip.
they only have it where?
Total Wine and More.
Total Wine.
It's a
Well, usually when I go to Vegas, that's why I buy the liquor, and then there's always one liquor store called Lee's Liquor.
Lee's Liquor.
I don't know if you ever heard of it.
No.
But they have so many locations over there, and they have all types of beer. I didn't pay attention to this because I didn't know it existed. So next time, I'll be in Vegas in September actually.
Okay, yeah.
And I'll
if you
look
see a
out
Total
for
Wine
that
and
if I
More,
see
go
that.
ahead and
Yep.
look for that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I will.
Okay. So we'll do different categories. I do burn, smoothness, flavor, and mixing potential. Write the numbers big. Once you're done with your number, we'll go ahead and show it to the camera. First would be for burn. What would you rate Jonas Curse for burn? 1 being so hot it's unbearable, as 10 being the smoothest ever.
Let's see. I would give it a. You know what? No.
The cap is an eraser. What'd you do with the cap?
Cap is right here.
Yeah.
I thought you said the cat is the eraser. I'm like, what?
Go grab a cap.
Okay.
So you ready?
I'm ready.
I wrote it nice and big. I don't know if you can see it. Like so we turn around and show it
Oh,
to the camera.
well,
Yeah.
let me write it nice and big. Then.
Yeah. I got you. Big and giant.
Okay.
Okay.
Hope
So
that's
go ahead and turn to your camera. This would
that's not
be.
big enough.
What would you write?
I wrote a 7+.
7. Like a 7.
Like a very, very it should have been an 8, but I just did 7+ because there is spice, but not as comparable strong.
So
to
I put a
the
9.
Kraken.
You put 7+. So like a 7.5.
You're still in the high.
7.5. Yes. Okay. So there is burn. I think it is definitely bearable. And what I absolutely love about it is, like I said, I can differentiate the heat of the alcohol compared to the spice.
Correct.
So, next category would be smoothness. So, I kind of think smoothness is the in-between of burn and flavor.
Right.
Right? So, it kind of flows in between, but it's basically how well does it go down when you swallow it.
Alright, whenever you're ready.
Got it? Okay.
Yeah.
So, I got
My
an
9
8.
looks a little jaggedy, but I got a 9.
8.
Very smooth.
Yeah,
Very,
no,
very smooth.
100% very smooth. I absolutely think that it's one of my favorite spiced rums, especially because would you believe that it's actually only $1 more than Kraken? Wow. Here, so I have the Total Wine app right here. So if we go to my preferred Total Wine store, Kraken. The black spiced rum is $15. Oh, $15.99. $16.
Round it up. Yeah.
Rounded up, $16, right? Okay. Let me check Jonas Curse. I believe it's only $1 more.
Same
Same size.
same size?
Nope, it is the same price now.
Wow.
It is. So they actually brought it down. If anything, I think it might have been lower. Actually, it might have been $1 less. But what might be happening is Jonas Curse is starting to pick up some speed, and they're realizing, hey, now that we're more popular,
Right.
we can sell for a little more money. So now they're competing. Same price as Kraken.
Yeah.
Absolutely still worth it, 100%.
Even if it was $1 more than
So
the Kraken.
for the same price, Jonas Curse is still, in my opinion, better.
In real, yeah.
Okay, so for flavor, what would you put it at?
This is Jonas Curse, right?
Yeah. Take your time.
thinking big.
Eight. Hold it closer.
No, I can see it. 8.
Okay, 9. Yeah, I put a 9. I like it. Yeah, no, it's scoring very high, and that's for a very good reason. Like I said, for Kraken, I cannot define the flavor. It's definitely sweet, like a rum, but I cannot tell what it is.
Right.
Jonas Curse, I can tell. Like I said, I can taste chocolate, caramel, coffee. It's very, very defined. And that's what I think makes the staple of a spice rum, is when you can define the flavors that you're tasting.
Right.
Now, the exact thing that I would like to do for mixing potential, normally what I do is I do it a little bit watered down. But in your case, would you like to do it with some Coke?
Mixing both? What do you mean?
Well, for Jonas Curse, we can test its mixing potential. We can do a standard rum and Coke. I think that's kind of the number
standard.
one.
Yeah.
A little bit of rum and Coke there.
Cheers. Yeah. That's why I love it. It's the Coke.
That chocolate comes through a lot more once you put the Coke in.
Because you're adding that layer of extra sweetness in the Coke as well.
I think it's really good.
Yeah.
Now, the funny thing that Cody told me was that for spice rum specifically, Dr. Pepper is better.
I hate Don't tell me you got Dr. Pepper.
I have Dr. Pepper in house right over there, man.
Okay, I'll try it. The Dr. Pepper tastes like medicine.
Yeah, because it's like a cherry.
Right.
But the whole thing was that good thing it's carpet in this house.
Right?
Oh yeah, good thing I have carpet in this house. So Dr. Pepper supposedly was originally made for mixing. It was a mixing type of soda. It was not meant to be like a fountain drink, fountain soda, so to say. It was meant to be only for mixing, which I thought was really weird, because kind of like soda or tonic water, so to say. I'm gonna put this in the same.
Heard. Wait, you say mixing in the sense of like alcohol mixing, or
mixology.
Mixology.
That was the original intent for Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper was originally made just for that. It's up to you if you want to try it. Do you want to
try it? If Cody said it's interesting, let's figure it out. Let's see if it is.
I'll make a smaller glass just so you don't have to deal with it.
Never really mixed anything with Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, Cody was the one that told me that. Cody did a little bit of his research. Cody is a big fan of rum, just like you.
Dr. Pepper.
So just a little bit of Dr. Pepper.
Cheers.
I see you're regretting it.
No. You taste Dr. Pepper. Too powerful.
I don't know.
Stick with Coke.
I think I'll stick with Coke too.
Yeah, Dr. Pepper seems.
No, but
it's too strong.
I have tried, because after Cody told me that fact, I did try mixing Dr. Pepper with a bunch of different liquors, and I think I've noticed that it does take a unique effect to the drink. But rum and Coke, I think, is the best for Jonas Curse. 100% for Jonas Curse, rum and Coke.
No, definitely. I just feel like Coke. I don't know. Dr. Pepper has this like medicine taste that kind of will overpower the liquor, like the spice. That you kind of like still. It's like I drank diluted Dr. Pepper.
No, I definitely think the spice definitely messed with the Dr. Pepper flavor, but I don't think it paired very well with it. Yeah. No. But in terms of the rum and Coke for Jonas Curse, like I said, one being absolutely unbearable, 10 being the best thing you've ever had. Mixing potential for Jonas Curse, what would you put it at?
8.
8? Yeah, I wrote a 9, but you know what? I'll put it a little lower. I think I'll give it an 8. Give it a solid 8 right there. So, Jonas Curse, still scoring very high.
Yeah.
Like I said, if you 100% think that it is something that you would like, by all means, you're welcome to take it home.
Sounds good.
go ahead and take that from you. Now that we are done with our tasting section, everything else is left for you to enjoy if you want. You don't have to finish that Dr. Pepper if you don't want
I
to.
mixed it with the Coke.
Alcohol is still alcohol at the end of the day.
Yeah, true that.
Okay. Let's put this on the. This is when I'm streaming. This little like close up camera frame is actually my featured drink camera frame.
That.
So yeah.
Yep.
So we'll leave that there so everybody can see what we're drinking. So now that we've got the alcohol away, let me get us the food. Get us some of that. So
I'm hungry.
yeah, I was gonna ask. Did you eat yet?
Well, breakfast. That's about it. Like 10
Yeah,
o'clock.
You know what I had for breakfast, dude?
What?
I had beef jerky.
Sounds better than what I had.
What did you have?
Flatbread.
Just bread.
Flatbread with meat on it.
Well, that's more substantial than what I had.
Thanks for that, by the way.
Yeah, no. So David chose.
What'd you get?
I got a ham and provolone. You got turkey and provolone. I'm more of a ham person.
Oh.
I like more of that savory stuff. I like my salt. David today chose that today's featured food of the stream would be Jersey Mike.
Jersey.
Yes. Okay. So
Jersey.
I know I'm gonna make a mess, so I like to unfold it into a little placemat.
Right.
Just to catch all the lettuce and whatnot. Same thing with like Subway. They just pack that sandwich full of stuff, and you know it's
Subway not lately. Back in the day.
Really?
Yeah,
they don't do it anymore?
Subway
I haven't gone to
like,
Subway forever.
Yeah, don't bother.
But no, I remember back then I used to take one bite and just everything just exploded off.
So
the
unless
sandwich.
you tell them extra this, extra that, and then they fill it up.
Oh, they won't.
Otherwise,
they won't hook you up. But Jersey Mike's still does it.
Oh yeah.
All right. So you're a Masters player. My first question, because this is now season 18. We are in season 18 of Apex Legends. Season 17, the number one strat for climbing ranks was ratting, right? That was the best possible strategy to get you the most amount of RP, right?
Right.
What do you think EA was going through? You know what I mean? Because when they rolled it out, they said that they wanted to prioritize placements.
Right.
Now, I 100% get that. Because until they rolled that out, the number one type of viewed YouTube video of Apex Legends is these high-ranking players dropping 20 bombs, 40-plus kills,
Right.
like it was nothing, just absolutely shooting down everybody.
Yep.
And then it immediately pivots to a squad of 3 flying in, and before you even hit the ground, one person breaks off and decides, I'm gonna go find a hiding spot.
Yeah.
I
bet you happens to all of us playing.
But what was your opinion on it? Like, what do you think? Season 17. What was the issue?
I mean, it was a new thing, so I'm pretty sure they had good intentions with all the changes. It's for sure. Nobody's sitting there like, hey, how do we mess up a new season? You know what I mean? But the intentions were good. I get it. Like, instead of dropping and everybody going and fighting, rather playing it like how LGS does. You know what I mean? Go and drop, get your loot, start rotating.
I think that's what they wanted.
That's
right?
what they wanted.
They wanted
that's
everybody.
what I'm saying. The good intentions was they wanted to
Everybody to start playing strategically.
And compare it to like if you're in a tournament, take it serious. It's ranked.
I got you. Yeah.
But I don't think they saw it coming that people would exploit that. I mean, with every game there's exploitation. So with this especially, they just decided to rat, and it happened after like a week of being in. People are noticing that hey, if I'm hiding behind this little rock and I hit top 10, I'm guaranteed 50 LP or whatever it was. And if I do that 10 games, it's one rank every day. If I do that for a month, I'm a predator. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or even before that, it was the placements. The 10 what do they call them? The 10 games you do first before.
Oh, the placements.
The placements. Yes. Who was it? Wasn't it somebody on Twitch that ratted the whole 10 games? And
was it Tony?
I don't know.
Or was it? No, it was Timmy.
It was Timmy.
Timmy decided to try and rat and see how high he could get.
And he got Predator.
Yeah.
So that kind of gave the way for everybody that, hey, that's
especially because he has that social media presence on
Right,
YouTube
right,
and Instagram and all that kind of
right.
stuff.
That just
And
fueled it
he
even
put it
more.
out there that, hey, this is
I
how
mean,
you get
eventually
there.
what was gonna happen? It didn't need somebody from Twitch to show that. It was, it was bound to happen that everybody was gonna notice. Hey, ratting is the best strategy to, move up.
Well, because they want the highest amount of gains for the least amount of risk.
Correct. So that's what happened, and it didn't help that the season had what 94 days, 100 days. Whatever
Yeah, there was so much time to grind it out.
So much time, and it was just at that point it was just.
So, the absolute. I'm not entirely sure if it's correct, but I've heard through some sources. 1.4 million Masters players last season, season 17. And I think it was just yesterday, the gaming merchant posted on YouTube about how he was playing in season 18 now. Next season, after they rolled out a bunch of different changes, they're trying to do away with that whole thing where everybody's trying to exploit ratting to get a bunch of RP to or LP to grind, right? To climb. Where he was playing in a higher EL lobby, and this guy, obviously a lot more intimidated by the skill level of the lobby, says, hey, we should hide. Hey, there's a lot of people coming this way towards our POI that we're landing on, right? And he's saying, we gotta hide. We gotta play it safe. We cannot engage these people, right? He's absolutely playing with the same mentality as season 17.
Right.
What do you think about that?
It's gonna stick around. It is gonna stick around, but you're just gonna see with the change. I mean, so far playing for weekend, I felt the change has been good. Like, you do lose more and you're not gaining as much just by hitting top 10. And I have not encountered a lot of, not even a lot. I haven't encountered a single person that decided to go and like rat in a place. Another thing, they fixed a lot of these hiding places.
Yes,
which
I did see that in the patch notes.
You can't go now and just hide in there, and people can't even shoot at you. You know what I mean? So
that was a thing, right? You could hide in certain spots.
What was it? Lova? She would use her.
Material would be in the way, so if you shot, bullets would stop, right?
So now they fixed that at least. So now even if you want to, you can't really hide behind a wall where nobody can shoot you. But changes so far look good, but again, a lot of people are gonna have the mentality of okay.
Well, because that's what got them to Masters previously.
Exactly.
So, my question to you is, do you think this system is working?
I mean, I mentioned to you, what was the example I gave you?
A spare tire.
Yeah,
right?
spare tire. Let's say what was it when it was season 17?
Season 17, right?
Season 17, let's say it was a brand new tire I bought on the car. You know what I mean? And I'm driving it and it's flat now. Am I gonna change it to no, season 17 is a brand new tire, right? And then I go to season 18. That's when they introduced the whole LP, and I'm driving and I get a flat tire. Do I stick with the flat tire, or do I just go back to season 17 and go back to how it was and then fix all these issues rather than having players dealing with those issues for 2-3 months?
Yeah.
Because you saw what the queue times were.
Yeah.
A month or 2 months.
From what I heard is it was like half an hour queue time.
Exactly,
right?
and that's because a lot of people reached, and that's another thing. Like when you see the graph, like a lot of people always masters 24K.
Yeah,
24.
it was absolutely high on bronze.
Exactly.
Totally low, like nobody was in gold, nobody was in plat, right?
No, and then
Masters absolutely spiked
up.
But
then another one, if you break it down, was when you're in Masters, when you break it down to the LP, a lot of them had 25K, which was a high number, but then as soon as you hit the 30, 31, because you got to earn more, but when you're hitting Masters, you're getting, paired up with all these predators or actual Masters that are playing the game.
The people who actually know how to play the game.
You're not getting all this RP anymore. You know what I mean? Even when you're camping and all that, you're only getting this amount. So
there's silver players that are silvers.
A lot of people get stuck at the 25K, 26K.
And they hit Masters, they know they're going to get the dive trail at the end of the season, and they stop playing. Or, I don't know if you saw it, there was a clip that Imperial Hal posted where all these bronzes invaded his high ELO lobby. Absolute bots, and he's just standing there looking at them as they run by him because they're totally on a different level from him. And it wasn't fun for him. It wasn't fun for the lower ELO people because they're absolutely getting steamrolled. But their whole intention at the end of the day was to get the Masters emblem, to get the Masters dive trail. And so Apex Legends EA is doing away with the dive trails. From this season on, right?
Well, they noticed because a lot of people would either target whoever's Master's Trail. A lot of people.
Because when you drop out of that drop ship
and you see a Master's
one
Trail,
of two things hit your mind: either That's a Masters player. That's an Apex Predator.
Right.
Let's go beat him up before he can get a.
And if you have that thought, a lot of people will have that thought, and then you'll have like 5 squads.
Yeah, I've seen those videos.
Where they gang up on a Predator.
They got the Predator trail. They're diving in before they even hit the ground.
They're already
20 other people are swarming them and just beating on them with their bare knuckles.
That kind of gives you a disadvantage, and
or vice versa. For me, where I was playing legitimately, I was trying to get LP. And if I see somebody who is a higher elo, higher skill than me, or at least they earn that dive trail, I'm avoiding that person.
Right.
I'm like, you know what? They're probably going to win a fight against me, even if we had even loot.
Right.
I'm going to see that and I'm going to go away.
Right.
But now this season, season 18, where everybody has that master trail.
I mean, you saw everybody dropping off the ship has that master trail.
Everybody. I am in rookie. I am by no means the same skill level as you. I am in rookie. And I jump out of a drop ship with me and my other rookie teammates, right? My whole 3 squad, we squatted up. And I see a Master's Trail drop out of that drop ship, and 100% I know that guy's not an actual Master's player. I'm not afraid of that.
99% of the time.
And that's my concern too as a lower elo player. Is this actually somebody who I can beat up?
It's a bluff. It's just like poker.
But that's the whole point. That's why they're trying to do away with the trail system now, because
but
now you don't know.
Kind of too late. 80% of your player base has a Master's Trail.
Well, yeah, but now you don't know.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
And then you drop on this guy, and guess what? The moment he gets an R99, he smokes your whole squad. Because he's actually a Master's player.
Yeah.
Like if I was to run into that, and I would be scared out of my mind, but I don't know anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Now, overall, I think that EA is going in the right direction.
It was good intentions. That's what I'm trying to say. Nobody's, trying to set up the game for failure. Everybody's working towards improving the game. There's always going to be flaws, but to me, it's like if you're going to introduce a season that's going to last 90 days, 3 months, and there's flaws big time to the point where people are avoiding to play the game because it's so unenjoyable, there needs to be a backup plan. You know what I mean?
That's where you said it was like a
spare,
what I mean, a spare tire, right?
Because you still have the algorithms and everything from the previous season. Just go ahead and just be like, hey, actually, because we messed up this bad, admit to it. There's nothing wrong with admitting if you messed up, and just go back, fix it all up, and then reintroduce it. Nothing's gonna happen.
Like you said, you pop the spare tire on. Yeah. You're on a flat. Don't keep driving the car on the flat.
Nobody's gonna drive on their flat. They're gonna put the spare back on. You know what I mean?
Put the spare tire on
until you fix the actual season, which is the tire.
Go back to the old system until you fix the new system.
And then pop it back into the car.
And then you got a brand new tire.
Voila.
Brand new tire runs
But that's what I'm
great.
saying. And even you notice, like throughout the season, like as soon as it was like a month left or whatever, 2 times were taking longer. Everybody was Masters.
Everybody was Masters, and they left the game. Because there was nothing else to climb for. Because there's no way a Silvers player who grinded to Masters by ratting was going to compete with a Predator for one of the top 7
Not only that, like a lot of people
places.
want to become Predators, but it was so far out, you can't even reach it. Like Predator was what, like 250,000 LP, like, and you're stuck at 45, 50 because you don't have a 3 stack. You're playing, you solo queuing, so it's like it's giving you this like, okay, I reached Masters. What else is there? No matter what I try, if I stay here 24 hours, exactly. If I take Adderall, whatever, and I stay up 24 hours, I'm still not gonna reach it because I'm solo queuing. I don't have a 3 stack Pred and whatever. You're not gonna get it. So what did they do? All right, I reached it. That's it.
Let's go do something else.
And same thing happened to me. I was just like, all right. So I just started not playing and doing other stuff.
There's nothing else better to do.
Exactly, but then that is bad for the game.
Well, because it's not an enjoyable game to play.
Exactly, and that was the whole issue with that season. So with this season, with the changes they did, I did read them and all that. So far, it's looking good, but they really didn't change the whole LP kind of thing. Like lose more the higher you get up. They did that, but it's not really like, God damn it! On season, what was it? Season 17, Predators was like you would start off negative 250. Because the expectations are you're going to win the game with a lot of kills.
Because they're Predators.
Exactly. And you're going to get barely like 100 or 200 points. You know what I mean? Like, what was it? Like, 30K RP was a huge deal. You know what I mean? 40K was a huge deal. Now it's like people are starting off with 100,000 LP. And it's like, come on. That's a little bit unrealistic.
It's just the inflation of the LP.
Yeah. Talk about inflation. That's severe. Worse than the US dollar.
So, this season, the main poster child of season 18 is Revenant Reborn.
Right.
Compared to Silence and Sneaking Around and the Death Totem.
To me, it's like a new legend.
Yeah, what do you think of Revenant Reborn? Is he good? Is he bad? Is he
He's
His new go-to?
He's good if you're playing solo, if you're playing like one-man army kind of thing. You know what I mean? It's not good for strategically if you want to play with your squad.
So you're better off picking somebody like
right.
Newcastle.
Because think about
or...
it. Like, how are you helping out your team being a revenant? Give me one thing that you're gonna be like useful towards your team. What are you able to scan banners? Are you able to scan beacons? That's what I mean, beacons. Are you able to like give them health? Are you able to scan care packages? The only thing is opening up that extended care package.
Yeah.
Or no, extended supply bin.
Right. No, actually, I think he's a skirmisher, so all he does is he scans care packages.
Right. Now he does that. Yeah.
So he doesn't really do all that much.
That's what I'm saying. So I know they reworked him to kind of like boost
you're
his
talking about
pick
higher
rate.
elo at least?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is from a lower elo perspective. This is what I've had experience playing
But
Revenant Reborn.
but even higher elos are picking him because he is OP right now.
He has the movement.
He has the movement.
So
you got his ult that kind of puts like that additional shield on top of you. I mean, it is overpowered. So we'll see what they do.
So, what I've noticed with his new tactical, that jump, especially for me, lower elo, I'm not.
You talking about Vantage?
Oh no!
You're talking about
for the Revenant, right? He's got the jump, right? He's like, I got you.
Copying Vantage.
Yeah, no. That's like a whole meme now. Is like he's the better version of Vantage because he can just jump.
And that's cool.
Yeah.
Looks much better than Vantage.
Doesn't take a wind up or anything like that.
Nope.
I've noticed it's very good for helping correct positioning mistakes.
Yeah.
If I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go this way, and then I just see a whole squad peek me and they shoot me, I can immediately just hop back. Yeah. And it's really great for repositioning. Same thing if you get a crack and they're all broken, and you can immediately just jump in.
Mm-hmm.
But compared to some of the more team-oriented legends, yay or nay, like a Catalyst or a Seer or a Lifeline, right, or a Newcastle, being able to have that res or something like that, would you sacrifice a spot for a Revenant?
To me, it all depends if you know how to use him. Like, it all depends. Like, if you're really good with him, by all means, go for it, because you will make a difference by using your ult. You'll be able to knock 2 people, because you technically have, like, what?
Yeah, you have, like, 300
shield.
health at a red shield, right?
So
it's
if you use him wisely and you're able to use it to the best of its ability, yeah, go for it. But if you're not really that, I'd rather have you play something else that will benefit us as a team rather than just yourself. But if you're a good player, go for it. Because then the other 2 can choose squads that will benefit Revenant.
Oh yeah, so
you know what I mean. So
Revenant is now if somebody picks Revenant, you're forced to now build around him.
Well, you kind of have to. But unless they suck and they're choosing Revenant, so then you kind of like, even if you choose something that kind of supports him, what's the point if you have so much?
One man show.
Exactly. What's the point of him having his ult and like that extra shield if he's missing all of his shots? You know what I mean? It makes no sense. So, but yeah, it all depends how you play him. It's same with Newcastle. Like, don't pick Newcastle if you don't know how to play him. Which is a hard legend to play.
Newcastle is very complicated.
Very, very.
I can't even turn the wall sometimes.
I don't even bother playing Newcastle because that's just another.
Yeah, turning that his Q, I don't know how to turn that sometimes.
Nope.
So there's some other legends that are in kind of a thin spot where some people are trying to, I guess, persecute them from being EA's favorites, like Seer and Horizon, right? I know Seer specifically, I absolutely dislike that they added the slow to his Q. What do you think of that?
Well, adding something like that to that kind of... Well, they didn't... Okay, when they added this to Seer, they didn't change Revenant at that time. Revenant was the one that would silence your abilities. So adding another character that does the same thing, you're not doing a favor to the other legend that actually has that Q. Which
so now Seer is the only one who can silence other people.
Right. Well, now that makes sense because they redid the whole Revenant thing. Fine. Do the Seer thingy, that's the only thing. I can think of another legend that will silence you. Right? So that's fine with me. But when they first introduced it, you had Revenant there. You're not really doing Revenant a favor. He's already a low pick rate. Doing this to Seer
just makes Seer a more likely pick.
And then Revenant even worse of a pick rate. So that's that.
So what about the slow on Seer's Q? They supposedly nerfed it. It went from 10 seconds to 8 seconds. But overall, 8 seconds is more than enough time to get your whole ass.
The only thing I did
at.
like though about Sirius is the dome is much smaller than what it was,
and it no longer actively reveals them. It just shows their footsteps.
Except
right?
footsteps, which I mean, if you got a pair of eyes, you can see where the footsteps
you can
are.
tell.
You don't need a whole outline of their body to see where they are. But yeah, no, at that time, like I mentioned,
so what do you think Seer's ideal Q should be? With the silence, without the slow, or without the silence, with the slow?
That's a tough one.
Overall, do you think
I don't
Senior's
care.
kit is overloaded?
It's slow. Yeah, well, definitely. Yes. You got to take one of them away. You can't silence and slow. You got to do one of the two. You know
because
what I mean?
now you're just
now
you're
giving him two cues.
just there.
Yeah, you're giving him 2 cues. Silencing and slowing. So do one of the two. I rather do more of the slowing than the silencing because I don't really care about somebody else's cues. If I scan somebody and
I
it
think
slows
there's
them
more
down.
counterplay if there is no silence, right? You can octane jump pad or you
Right,
can advantage Q out of
Right,
it.
but I'm saying if you silence, you can't really jump out, so you kind of like
Oh yeah, you're just kind of hopping there,
hopping
like
in
looking
there.
like.
So I rather take that over the silence of the abilities because I could care less if Gibraltar throws his dome or
yeah.
you know what I mean. So
Well, that just means that you gotta have higher skill in order to secure that kill.
Correct.
Okay. What about Horizon?
Horizon is another level. It's like a favorite child of EA.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that if you use Ashe and you snare Horizon, she's still able to use her Q?
No.
Now tell me how that makes any sense.
Yeah, that shouldn't because she shouldn't be able to leave
That's what
that
I'm
Q area.
saying.
Right.
So you snare her, she's supposed to be locked to that snare. Well, when she Qs, she's able to go up in her rip. I don't know how that makes any sense, but that's when you go to the...
So is Horizon the new Wraith?
Yeah, 100%. Horizon's the new Valkyrie, what Valkyrie used to be in season what?
Oh
16,
yeah, no, because
15?
it was Wraith,
Until
then it
they
was Valkyrie.
straight up killed her.
So Horizon's next on the chopping block.
It should be.
Because, yeah, she's got that passive that lets her just move uninhibited,
Right.
the Q that lets her take height, and
Even
the ult,
if you get snared, yeah.
the ult that absolutely destroys any team that's hiding behind cover.
100%.
It destroys doors. It's got a reveal now. You can wall hack some people if you do it right.
Yeah. Horizon is up there, yeah. They got to rework her.
On top of the fact that she just got her heirloom, so her play rate's gone up.
I mean, her play rate was up as well. Like, you acquired her heirloom, but adding that heirloom and it's just, yeah. Horizon is Horizon.
So
Middle child of EA.
Yeah. So, this season they also introduced disruptor rounds. What are your opinions on disruptor rounds?
I like them. It's like another version of hammer points.
Yeah, well, I've had personally a whole lot of success running both alternator and PK.
Yeah, 100%. Because you can both add the disruptor.
Yeah, and I just won a game last night where I was running out of light ammo. I swapped all of my attachments, including the disruptor rounds, to the PK, and I just started sharpshooting with the PK, waiting for that charge to come up, and then just absolutely firing a full slug down range. That disruptor round allows you to poke at long ranges with the PK. Do you think it's broken to have a shotgun that can contest at mid range with that disruptor rounds?
I don't think it's necessarily broken, but
because you have to find the disruptor rounds
well,
first.
that's what I'm saying. It's not an easy spawn on the ground to find. Well, I mean, sometimes it's in a replicator. Like when was it, last week or 2 days ago? It was in the replicator. Yeah, at that time, but I really don't think so because even when you have a PK, you still gotta have a good aim. Just because you have disruptor rounds doesn't mean you just shoot. Next thing you know, somebody drops. That don't work like that. You still gotta make sure it's, aimed right. In order to get your full potential damage off the disruptor rounds and the actual shotgun.
Gotcha.
So it's
broken
if somebody knows how to use it.
Yeah. So other than that, what a lot of people have been saying is instead disruptor rounds allows for higher consistency. So in case you do miss a few shots, the gun is more forgiving because of it.
Correct.
And
I'll agree with that, yeah.
Majority of people are running with more shield health than they are like base health.
Right.
The meat health.
Right.
So you're more likely to take advantage of disruptor rounds than you are hammer points.
Correct.
So, I think that's...
Well, that balances the hammer points now, adding the disruptor rounds. You know what I mean?
I think it's interesting because I think this is the first season where we've had both hammer points and disruptor rounds as floor loot.
Right, that's what I mean with, balancing.
They're both on the ground. Yeah. You can both find them in buildings or whatever. If you have the option for either one, hammer points or disruptor rounds, to just put in your pocket until you find a
hammer
weapon.
Points just sounds better to me.
Like just so you can finish somebody who's cracked?
Well, not only that, just the whole sound effect of hammer points sound much better to me on an RE45.
Oh, yeah.
It's just, I don't know. To me, it's hammer points.
Hammer points.
Because I'm still in love with that. What was it? The RE45?
Oh yeah, the RE45 now takes hammer points, and I think that was one of the craziest things that they did.
Yep. Very satisfying.
Because until then, hammer points was on weapons where you had to have precision.
Right.
You had to know what you were doing.
Right.
Now hammer points is on a full auto weapon that you can just spray and pray.
Spray everywhere you want. Yep. I'm saying that's why I love it. I'll take it over disruptor rounds.
So, me and my friends were messing around with Revenant Reborn in the firing range the first day he came out. And we noticed that you can combine tap strafing with the Revenant jump, the pounce, the Q. Okay? And if you combine that with an Octane jump pad, you're absolutely untouchable, right? You can tap strafe off the first jump, the second jump, and then you can Revenant Q tap strafe. So
No way.
You got 3 jumps, and then on top of that, if you were to go in a straight line, slide into the jump pad.
Right.
At the top of your jump, you do the double jump, and then you do the
the
fully charged Revenant jump as well. You can cross like 200 meters. So,
That's insane.
do you think Revtane is coming back?
Yeah. I mean, if that's the case, yeah.
Would now that I've told you this, are you gonna try it? Like, would you try?
I'm gonna actually try that and find that just to see like how far. But that's
you can cross tons of. I mean, that's great for rotation, but
Right.
also imagine pushing a team like that.
And that's what I'm saying. Like,
Is
if you're
it-
Revenant, you crack somebody and they're like, going away kind of stuff.
Yeah. I mean, because Revenant now has that extra 75 health shield. Is it equal, if not better, than Death Totem when you drop on
It
somebody
is better.
like that?
The Death Totem was, like the name says, Death Totem. It was death.
You still have to go back, right?
No, but I'm saying it was death because it would always bite you in the ass.
Mhm.
There's people that see the death totem, and then as soon as you get back, there's people waiting for you. You know what I mean? Or you use it, and by the time you actually get in the fight, you expired from the death totem, and you actually
So
stuck
it's,
in the
it's
middle. of it.
safer now that you
It's safer
have
now
the,
not
the
having the
shield.
death totem. Exactly, yeah. It's safer now having that shield rather than the death totem. But
So-
again, the death totem was more of a team-based all rather than having that extra shield, which is just like a...
So Revenant is still taking the spotlight from the Octane jump pad.
Yeah.
Because he's just jumping
Yeah,
in, he's
he's-
got tons of health, and he's like, "What's up,
They
everybody?"
obviously did all this change because Revenant was, what was it, season 4, season 5?
He was.
Yeah, so
He
it
was
was
really
a big
old and he
deal.
was really less
big deal,
played.
so they really wanted to, overwork him to the point where people actually stopped picking him, and they did a good job with that because a lot of people are playing him right now.
Mhm.
But then they're gonna notice a lot of things with being OP and all that. So we'll see if they actually fix him or not. But I like it. It's a good change, but
Mhm.
people exploit
So it
changes.
cemented crypto as the new least played legend.
I feel bad for crypto.
Do you think that there's a way that crypto can come back? If
Yeah.
do they have to rework him like Revenant?
There's a lot of things crypto.
So they have to fully redo crypto.
Just like they did Revenant. Now, I mean, you can think of a couple things like what is it, like his drone. His
Right.
drone should be able to access the replicator. His drone is all about technology and stuff like that, right?
That would make sense.
So
yeah.
why is he not able to access a replicator? You know what I mean?
Or
Because he's
should he-
already able to scan beacons.
And he can open doors.
And he can open door. What's wrong with the replicator?
Yeah.
It's a lot of things that or I don't know. They can work a lot of stuff with it.
Do you have any ideas on how they could make crypto better?
I don't know,
They did have a one little tidbit where they were talking about maybe crypto's drone follows him around.
That's another thing. So it can, because it's like you feel disabled always going to the drone, then you kind of like gone from your actual character, and then
Well, because
you
you're out
kinda
of the fight while you're
because you
in
feel
the
you
drone.
feel disabled. But at least if your drone is always with you, you don't have to wait this like 2-3 seconds of throwing it out and then getting into the whole like
Interface,
screen
right?
interface
Yeah,
of
yeah.
it. So working on that, making it faster, maybe yes, because
Making it more fluid with combat.
making it more fluid with combat, yeah, rather than being more of a liability of, okay, let me go, wait, let me throw it out, and okay, now it's out, okay, let me get into the interface, all right, now I see everything. That's too late.
By that time, your
by that
teammates are
time,
dead.
yeah, because especially if you're final ring or even that, you got to be way quick. Because as soon as you're using the drone, your team is 2v3.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Unless you have your ult and you use your ult, but most of the time, let's
Which
say you don't
also slows your teammates.
which also, that's another thing. If it doesn't slow your teammate, at least that's a little bit of an advantage. But they gotta rework him just like they did with Revenant, if they wanna see his pick rate go up like Revenant. So those are a couple things. Yeah, like work on the drone. Drone is his main thing. That's all crypto is. Drone. So just make sure it's fluid. Don't make it a liability. Make it as a good, a good ability.
So they're doing away with the dive trails, right?
Right.
And so from what I've heard is it's no longer a ranked dive trail. You're gonna get a ranked banner,
Mm-hmm.
and thus dive trails are now a cosmetic that will be sold in the shop.
It's another way of making money.
But do you think there's potential there?
No. I don't think anybody would care for banners.
Like, you jump out of the drop ship and you see all different types of dive trails as everybody tries to... Not really?
No. I like the dive trails. At least it was, because you're in the match, you kind of see what people are. I don't mind if you're a predator, because you have the options to equip it. So if you're a predator and you're choosing to equip a dive trail like that,
you're asking to get.
You're asking to get. So don't cry about it. If you don't want that to happen,
turn it off. I've seen some predators that they don't run the predator trail because they know they're gonna get.
But that's what I was wondering. Why is he so worried about people being ganged on? Okay, turn it off. You're giving them the option. If they're choosing to, let them choose to.
Because they also have the badge they can put on their banner, so they can still show that they're an
still
Apex predator or a Masters player or a Diamond player
without needing to
get hunted down by everybody else in the lobby who sees, hey, that's one guy that we can beat up.
Exactly, and that's my point. So I don't know why they cater to that small group of people when there was an option of.
I do though understand the fact of, like I said, where there are some times where I see Masters trails dropping out of the dropship, and either I don't know if it's an actual Masters player or somebody who just ratted their way to Masters last season,
right?
Or if I genuinely need to be scared of that person because they're way better than me,
right?
But I don't know.
No, I get where you're coming from, especially with the Masters Trail now. But I mean, it's too late. You discontinue it when you give it to everybody. So it's like, you should have just done. Hey, actually, we're not gonna give you guys no banner trail, or a drag trail.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been much better if you're doing it this way. But don't do it when your whole community has it. I don't know. They know better than me, I guess.
Anything else you got, man? Any other opinions on Apex Legends?
No. I mean, I just know everybody's trying to go in the right direction. But there's going to be flaws, and that's why the community is there to outline what the flaws are. But I just feel like there needs to be better. Like if you're going to introduce a season that is as bad as last season, there needs to be backup plan.
The backup plan, like you said, where you just revert it back to the previous
something.
season.
You need something to kind of go back.
Don't just let it continue.
Don't let it continue because you're seeing all these players getting frustrated, players leaving. Your what is it? The player base, shrinking. There's less people online. I mean, what was it like 2 seasons ago, C17? Like before they did the whole change. 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning. My queue times were what 3-4 minutes, and I would be able to join a game. Which was fun. But now
you're waiting half an hour.
How fun is that? Like most of the time, I'm readying up and I'm watching a YouTube video. Mm-hmm. By the time that YouTube video is done, I check Apex. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm still waiting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's not fun. That's
not a game.
Exactly. That's not a game. And then most of the people that actually stay and play are the 3-stack preds because they just keep.
And they have easier time queuing up into games.
Exactly. And they just all they want to do is they're doing it for a living. You and me, we got jobs. We got a life. We don't have that time to be on 24 hours. So, like I said, the game is good. The game is fun. The game is
It's recovering.
Oh, it's recovering. It's great. I mean, they're doing changes. I like that. Every season, new things are happening. And like I said, remember when Valkyrie was OP? Everybody was crying about it. Now nobody's picking her. So it's like...
I come back, the guy...
But recover only on the ranked system. The whole actual game in itself is fine. You know what I mean? It's just the ranked system that they messed up on.
It's no longer fun to grind the ranked. It's more
exactly.
fun
But I feel like a lot of people play ranked, especially the people that are like, doing it competitively. You know what I mean? Rather than just for fun. Mm-hmm. But I like where it's going by them adding like team deathmatch and gun run and all those new things. Redoing the firing range. That's all good things that they're doing. So I like that. It's just there's always going to be bad things, but cool. We'll point it out and see what they do. But that's all we can do because we ain't no developers, right? No, we're not.
We're just here to play the game and give them our money.
Give them our money and our opinion, and then.
But at the end of the day, they do have to keep the game in a good position where we'll continue to give them their money.
Exactly. Well, that's what I mean. That's why my whole point with the backup plan. You can't have something for 90 days and then the first week you already know it's straight up shit. If you don't have a backup plan, and you're gonna have people dealing with this for 90 days. I mean, you're gonna have to deal with the consequences of less players being online, less revenue coming in.
And then now you got to get their attention back.
And now you got to get their attention back by needing to spend more money on either advertisement or doing other crazy things that will get them back. So because the Twitch players are always going to be there because that's how they make their money. Mm-hmm. They're not going to leave. It's the people like you, me, other regular people that play the game for fun, the ones that are choosing to play a different game because you know, hey,
Yeah,
I got another 50 days of this
We got
shit.
tons of other options.
Hey, that's what I mean.
Why
exactly.
should we pick you?
Because we're not, you know, hey, I'm a predator. I have to grind every single day because I don't want to lose the spot. I'm a master. There's no way I'm gonna lose this master, so I'm gonna stay master. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what most people did. At the end of the day, everybody got a participation trophy.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody got the trail.
Mm-hmm.
So now we just move on from
We
that.
move on from here, and we learn from their
mistakes.
previous they learned from their previous
we
mistakes.
just played the game.
And
like
we are continued sitting here with our wallets ready. EA, roll out some new heirlooms. Can we fix the prestige skins?
Who are you waiting for in an heirloom?
Fuse, my guy. I want Fuse's heirloom.
That's gonna be funny.
I don't know what it's gonna be, but I better hope it's a giant Bowie knife, man.
It's gonna be something funny.
It's gotta be a giant Bowie knife, or I'm not happy.
It's gonna have a lot of
a giant Bowie knife with a grenade on the end of it.
That's what I'm saying. It's gonna have some type of explosive on it. A grenade or something. Fuse, that's a good one.
What do you think about prestige skins? Now that they've made the change with Valkyrie, the Valkyrie prestige skin comes with a dive trail. Like I said, dive trails are now gonna become a cosmetic
thing,
that they're gonna sell in the shop. Do you think that prestige skins with a dive trail and a special finisher is enough to warrant an heirloom tier skin?
Because now, like, the only reason people would equip the dive trail was to show off. And if you have a prestige skin, a lot of people aren't going to know what this dive trail is. Mm-hmm. So what's the point of having something that people aren't even know?
Have you seen the social media posts where they make animated banners and animated the stat trackers, so it's all animated together?
No.
So the banner that they have is all themed to the prestige skin, and then you know how you have those little trackers that when you stack them all three,
right? It's like a picture, image of the character.
So they have one that's animated now, or it's fan made at least.
Okay.
But it's animated and it's themed towards the prestige skin. If they add that in, would that still cement the heirloom tier, or they got to do something extra to make it worth the price? Because I mean, it's either you pick that skin or a melee weapon, right? That you can stab somebody with. Is that still worth it?
I guess that would just come down to individual opinion.
So supposedly they have said they're going to retroactively integrate dive trails and all that kind of stuff into the previous prestige skins, on top of the fact that Valkyrie's prestige skin was the first one that they implemented where the finisher could be used on all three tiers of the skin, from tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. Previously, it was only tier 3 that could use the special finisher.
Uh-huh.
So, if they were to do that for all the other prestige skins, would that also help?
I mean, that would be a bonus. Yeah, that would definitely help.
I mean, a lot of people like
all 3 prestige skins.
A lot of people like the Bangalore and the Wraith tier 2 skin compared to the tier 3.
Right.
But I don't know. I personally think they got to do something extra. I mean, this prestige skin costs upwards of 300 to
That's
500
what I mean.
Apex
The
packs.
money-wise, at the end of the day, it's just opinion. If money is worth nothing to you, then you'll be fine with everything. But if you actually, you want your money's worth,
get an heirloom compared to a prestige skin.
That's what I would say. I'd rather have an heirloom rather than a prestige, especially if,
because you can equip any type of skin that you want, and you still have the heirloom.
You still have the heirloom, and like I said, if money's actually worth to me, something like $300 is not.
Yeah.
Nothing. It's money, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's money.
Hard-earned money. So if it's hard-earned, I want to see something that's actually going to satisfy
something
me.
that's worth it, right?
Right. So I'd rather take an heirloom than the prestige skin.
Okay.
I can't even see my skin when I'm playing the game. You know
yeah, you see your hands.
Exactly. All you see is the hands and when you're doing the knuckle thing, but...
I think that's all the questions I have for you, David.
That's it, man.
Thank you for coming on and
thank you for having me. Again, great. I didn't even know stuff existed. Jonas Kraken, I gotta say bye to you. Jonas Curse, very, very smooth, very light.
Like I said,
much better.
Is it what you're taking home today?
Most likely, yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Black Spice Rum, I love it. Much better.
Have I think I told you, right? So Cody, I convinced Cody of this, right? So I got Cody to convert from Kraken to Jonas Curse. I've gotten you to convert from Kraken to Jonas Curse, and I knew that it would happen today. So I went out and I bought 2 bottles.
Because I was like, oh, no wonder he's over here offering.
I want my own bottle of Jonas Curse. I bought a bottle of Jonas Curse because I figured, you know what? I love Jonas Curse. I'm gonna want it on my shelf.
Yeah.
And then I was like, Cody, if you really like it, take it home.
He took it?
And he took it home. He took it home, and then I was like, Well, now I don't have Jonas Curse. I bought 2 bottles today. I learned my lesson.
No, thank you.
I knew you were going to like it.
And it's 47%. Nice.
That's higher alcohol than Kraken.
And
Kraken,
I know, and they still managed
Kraken's
to make
94
it smoother.
proof. Yes. So how is it that they're making it smoother, cleaner, less burn, and it's higher in alcohol, right? So that's how you know it's a good quality alcohol.
Yeah, 100%. No, I agree.
100%. That is yours.
No, that's my go-to now. I'll give my wife a shot. Like I said, we're going to Vegas, so this bottle is gonna.
If there's a Total Wine near you in Vegas,
I'm actually going to that Lee liquor store, and I'll send you a picture if I see one.
All right.
Yeah, because like I said, they have so many locations over there. But
yeah.
No, pleasure. Thank you for having me. Really nice.
All right. Thank you everybody for coming to watch. We'll do another one eventually.
Jonas Curse.
For Booze Babble. We'll do something else. So I was talking with Cody. If you want to come on again, we have a bunch of stuff planned. We were thinking maybe we feature like some cool gadgets that we find that are alcohol or gaming related.
Yep.
I absolutely want to try this. I saw a video where somebody poured purple Gatorade into a Brita filter. At the bottom, it came out absolutely clear water. Like tasted just like, it was purple Gatorade, sugary Gatorade, right? And at the bottom, when it went through the Brita filter, it came out as just pure water.
I need that filter.
And I want to try that with alcohol. See what happens when we do alcohol with that. Bunch of other fun stuff.
Let's do it. Yeah. No, anything you got, let us know. And
so we've got another few Booze Babble episodes with David,
whatever you got.
The Masters player participating. I gotcha. All right.
Cheers, everybody.
Thank you, everybody, for coming.
Jonas Curse. How did you find that, anyways?
I actually got it while I was working at Total Wine. That's one of the things that they tell us to like really push.
Right.
And it was in the hiring process where I was doing my training, they said check this out, and they let you try what it is that you're selling, so you know what it is that's good.
Right.
And I tried Jonas Curse, and I was like, yo, there's 100% a big difference between Kraken and this.
Oh no.
Jonas
even
Curse.
difference between Sailor and Captain Morgan. I didn't mention that.
Oh yeah, no.
Sailor
And then from then on, I was sold on it. And then even after, I don't work for that company no more, and I still 100% endorse Jonas Curse. It's a good choice.
I agree. Oh, I agree. Yeah, like you said, even the label looks very similar to Kraken. The whole whale and all that.
Mm-hmm.